Hey everyone, welcome to your Rise and Shine yoga practice. Starting today at the top of our mat, hand over the heart, standing nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head and grounding through all four corners of the feet, setting an intention for today's practice to rise up as our best selves and to truly shine our light. On an inhale, we reach up to the sky. And on an exhale, we dive forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms reaching up, sitting back into chair pose. Get as low as you can go, sitting back nice and deep into the heels. Strong in the legs. Taking our twist over to the right side, hands in the prayer position. Gaze goes up to the sky or down at the ground. And if you want to take it a little bit further here, you can open up the arms or stay in prayer. Coming back to center and twisting over to the left side. Staying low in the legs, strong in your foundation. Getting a little bit deeper, breathing through it. Inhale to center and exhale. We release. Forward fold. Breathing deeply, stepping one foot back into a lunge. Heart opens and shines up to the sky, nice and bright. Pressing strong into your foundation and stepping back, downward facing dog. Alternate pressing the heels into the ground. This is our first downward dog, so really allow your body to wake up. Shifting forward nice and strong into your plank position. Lowering to the knees or chaturanga all the way down to the ground. Pressing up into our upward dog or baby cobra, your choice. The heart space opens and we press back into downward facing dog. Finding any movement that feels good and preparing for three-legged dog on the right side. Left heel grounds, right leg goes up to the sky, bending the right knee and pulling it in tight close to the chest. Bracing the core and pressing back up, three-legged dog, knee to chest. Three-legged dog, knee to chest. Holding it here and giving me 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing back into three-legged dog. Bending the knee and pulling it up, stepping it up between your hands. Pressing up into your foundation, arms reach up to the sky, deep breath in, high lunge. Shoulders are down and back. Inhale, exhale, opening up to warrior two. Arms stretch out nice and long. Tailbone is slightly tucked. Legs are strong. Shifting forward, up and back. Peaceful warrior. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Warrior two. Shifting forward. Straightening that front leg and tilting over into our triangle pose. Left arm reaches up to the sky and the gaze follows if that feels good. Abs are braced. Breath is deep. Go ahead and release that left arm down and reach the right arm up to the sky for a twist. Making sure that back heel is spiking towards the back of the mat. Front knee is directly over front ankle. Go ahead and release that top arm to the ground. Stepping back and coming into a flow. Lowering down chaturanga, pressing up, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, pedaling it out and prepping for the other side. Right heel grounds. Left leg reaches up to the sky, three-legged dog. Pull the knee into the chest. Pressing back, three-legged dog, pulling the knee back in and reaching back up. Squeezing knee to chest and getting ready for pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing back up into three-legged dog, pulling the knee back into the chest and stepping the foot between the hands. Prepping for a high lunge. Pressing up into your foundation, reaching the arms up to the sky on an inhale. Shoulders are down and back. Chest is open. Inhale. And exhale, we open up into warrior two. Knee directly over front ankle. Shifting forward, up and back, peaceful warrior. Breath is full, expansive, and deep. Strong in the legs. Inhaling and exhale, we sink back into warrior two. Shifting forward once again and tilting over into our triangle on this side. Bottom hand can rest on a block, the calf, or float. And whenever you're ready, cartwheel the hands over to the mat, walking the hands to the long edge of your mat in between your feet, lifting the toes and pointing them slightly inward for a wide-legged forward fold. Now you might stay up on your hands, that might be enough. Or maybe you want to come a little bit further. See if you can come on to the elbows, maybe even getting your forehead close to the mat, or walking your feet closer together if this is too much for you. Wherever you're at, find a beautiful, sweet spot of stretching, but not hurting, not forcing, and allow yourself to breathe into it. Slowly coming on up to a standing, lowering down into warrior two, and then cartwheeling the hands to frame the front foot. Now we lift our left arm into our twist on the left side. Lowering that arm down to the ground, pressing back, plank pose, shifting forward, chaturanga, pressing up, upward facing dog or baby cobra, and pressing back, downward facing dog. Finding movement, pedaling the feet, lifting the right foot into the sky, three-legged dog, pulling that right knee into the chest. Don't worry, no more pulsing. Coming into a beautiful stretch, pigeon pose. Right knee is bent, left leg is extended long out in the back. You can stay up with your chest open, or you can come down to the ground. Find where your edge is today. Maybe it's your elbows, or maybe you come all the way down to the ground. Lay the forehead on the mat. Wherever you're at, make sure you're breathing, really opening through your hips, expanding through the rib cage, surrendering to your mat. Inhale and exhale, coming back up and staying here, or coming into a more challenging pose, mermaid pose. You can start by just looking back at your left foot, grabbing the foot with your left hand and squaring off to the front. If you want to come a little bit further, you can hook that left elbow around your back foot and pull it in a little bit closer. Taking it one step further, even lifting the right arm up to the sky and taking a bind. Making sure you're staying square to the front as best you can. Spine is long, breath is deep. Go ahead and release. Pressing into the ground and back into a plank. Shifting forward, lowering down, chaturanga. Pressing up, opening through the chest, the heart space. Pressing back, downward dog. Now we take it over to the other side. Left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Pull the knee into the chest and lay it down for pigeon pose on the left. Spine is nice and long, heart space is open. Staying here or coming down further into a deeper stretch onto your elbows or all the way onto the ground. And keep in mind each side is different. So it's okay if you can go further on this side, or if you need to stay up in a seated position, find what works for you today. Stay here or come a little bit further with me, starting by just grabbing that back foot with your right hand and pulling that foot in close to your butt. Maybe hooking the elbow around and taking a bind. Trying your best to keep your shoulders and your hips square to the front of your mat. Please keep in mind that it takes time to get to this flexibility. So if you're not here today, that's okay. Have patience with yourself and your body, and find gratitude for what you can do, instead of getting frustrated with what you can't do. Go ahead and release the leg, pressing back into plank, shifting forward into a flow. Pressing up, upward facing dog. Exhale, release, lowering to the knees and pressing back into a well-deserved child's pose. Breath is full, deep, and expansive. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Slowly finding a little bit of movement, coming up into all fours. And shifting our hands slightly forward, coming into puppy pose. So knees are directly under hips and your chest releases toward the mat. You should really feel this stretch in your upper back, maybe even your lower back, your shoulders. Coming back up into all fours, threading the left arm underneath the right arm, looking over to the right side. Getting a little bit of a twist here, using your breath to help you go a little bit further. Pressing up, coming back to center. Rolling out the wrists if you need to, and stretching out the right arm, threading that through to the left side. Left hand can reach up toward the top of your mat, taking the stretch a little bit deeper. Breathing deeply, welcoming the twist. Coming back up to center, hands directly under shoulders and knees directly under hips. Cat-cow. Inhale, looking up to the sky. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tucking the tailbone and tucking the chin. Release. Inhale, looking up. And go with your own breath. Finding movement, releasing tension. And coming over to a seated position. Releasing the legs out long in front, grabbing behind the thighs to lift the legs. Coming into boat pose. If you want a little more, you can extend the arms out and just finding where your challenging space is today. Maybe lift one leg at a time, noticing that your core is on. And try lifting both of your legs at once. See how that feels. If you're wanting even more of a challenge, come with me into boat to canoe, extending out long and pulling it in. 2, 3, 4, brace the abs. 5, 6, breathe through it. 7, 8. Hold it here 1 second longer. Breathe through it. And go ahead and lower down, coming into a butterfly. Pulling the feet in, soles of the feet touching together, grabbing your ankles or your feet, or even taking your hands behind your back to help open through the hips. Chest is open, expansive, breath is deep. Lengthening through the spine, grounding through the sit bones. Pulling the knees in together and shifting your butt slightly forward to come down on your back. Soles of the feet can come together here to continue opening through the hips, or you can extend your legs out long. Breathing deeply, allowing yourself to slow down. One hand on your heart and the other on your belly. See if you can feel your heart beating in your chest. Notice the rise and fall of your diaphragm as you breathe in and out. Go ahead and extend your legs out long. Come into a comfortable position for final relaxation. Breathing fully, deeply, and exhaling completely. remembering why you showed up on your mat today, and finding gratitude for whatever your body allowed you to do. If you felt any judgment toward yourself and your abilities, just let it go. You showed up, you practiced, and you did the best you could. Allow that to be enough. Whenever you're ready, find a little bit of movement and shift over to one side. Slowly coming on up to a seated position where we'll end the practice with a couple of deep conscious breaths. Grounding the sit bones and lengthening through the crown of the head, spine nice and long. Inhale, reaching for the sky, deep full breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, fully filling the lungs from the bottom up. Exhale, we bow. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. You should be proud of yourself for carving this time out. You are filling your cup so that you can overflow into the lives of others. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Now go out there and shine your light. Thank you so much for watching this video. Connect with me on social media and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. See you next time.